Good evening and welcome to Football Friday Night. Alongside Dave Siseski, I'm Jason Geiser, and we begin this week's show right in downtown Lima.
Senior High began their season by beating a pair of teams from their future conference by a combined score of 78-6 tonight. The Spartans host a third straight winless opponent.
It's Dayton Dunbar making the trip north on I-71. Lima Senior looking for their first 3-0 start since 2015 when the best Spartans team of the 2000s went 9-3 and made the second round of the playoffs. First quarter, Dunbar punting from deep in their own end. Zion Jackson bringing it back our way. 31 yards all the way down to the 19-yard line, and Tierre Scales Jr. likes that field position. The senior crashes in from 3 yards out. Lima Senior takes a 7-0 advantage. Second quarter, the Spartans defense goes to work. Anthony Mosley and Cameron Smith flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Then Terrence Robertson Jr. and Mosley chase him down, making him reverse field. The QB completes the pass, and it looks like his man has room to run, but Cameron nicks the football and knocks it free. Follow the bouncing ball, Samarian Doty. The Spartans defense gives their offense the ball at midfield. 2 plays later, Xavion Garner keeps the rock, sheds a couple tacklers, and the next thing you know, he's covered 22 yards. The Spartans are moving the chains courtesy of the 6'3 junior, and Caden Hampton finishes this drive. He breaks the plane from 3 yards out. Spartans win again, 25-12.
How about some non-conference action? Findlay Trojans visiting their future foes in the Bowling Green Bobcats. Let's move to the second quarter. Quarterback Caden Shank drops back, lofts it up, looking for a Bobcat receiver, but it's picked off by Findlay. That's Donovan Harris with the INT. That would set up the Trojans' next drive. Quarterback Ryan Montgomery gets it out to wide out Javante Hill. He would stiff arm a defender and run down the sideline, stays in bounds and takes it all the way to the house, puts Findlay on top. Findlay wins this one 35-19. Now we turn to Tony Quach with highlights from the WBL.
Thanks, David. Whenever St. Mary's and Wapakoneta clash on the gridiron, chances are it'll be a pretty close game. The last 6 meetings between the two have been decided by 10 points or less. Tonight, the Redskins and the Rough Riders take center stage in our Football Friday Night Spotlight Game.
The Football Friday Night Spotlight Game is brought to you by CCR Realtors.
Both Wapak and St. Mary's won their opening WBL games. Tonight, they're looking for conference win number 2 at the expense of the other. Opening quarter, Wapak on the 5-yard line. Caleb Moyer takes a snap and goes into the end zone for an easy rush. The Skins get on the board first. They lead 7-0. In the second quarter, on the other side, it's Moyer again. This time, he rushes for 1 yard. Wapak adds 6 more to the board, and after a 2-point conversion, they lead 15-0. Now in St. Mary's turn to respond. Less than 3 to go before the half, Cody Wallace hands it off to Aiden Hinkle, and he pushes through to get the Rough Riders on the board. It's now 15-6. St. Mary's with a 2-point conversion, and it's good. Aiden Sharp comes through with a 2, but Wapak will come out on top, 29-22 in overtime. We head west on State Route 29. Shawnee tangles with Salina. The Indians have won the last 3 matchups against the Dogs. Third quarter, Indians lead 10-7. Bulldogs with the ball. Lennon Ackley takes it, but is stopped almost immediately by Reese Peterson. A few plays later, the Bulldogs getting closer, but the Indians have an answer on D. Nathan Rammel gets the ball, but it's snuffed out by Chase Berry. Bulldogs now face a 3rd and 5. Nick Adams takes the snap, rolls out to his left. He spots his receiver, Adam Faber, who gets the toe tap in to keep the ball in bounds. He doesn't cross the pylon, but he gets his team inside the 5. Next play, it's Ackley who gets his number called. He powers through the line and no one can stop him. Salina takes this one, 19-10 over Shawnee.
Thanks, Tony. Elida tonight looks to get to 3-0 for the first time since 2017. The Bulldogs play a 3rd straight road game to open the season, visiting Ottawa Glandorf. The Titans are 0-2, just like last fall when they ended up in the state semifinals. First quarter, the Elida defense sets the tone. Tyler Carter with the interception. The offense wouldn't do anything with it, but it wouldn't take long to get him in gear. Final minute of the frame to give us to Brady Kirk, who sniffs out the end zone for the first score of the night. 7-0 Elida. OG answers. It's their number 22. Quarterback Landon Mormon reversing field, and now he's making his way right to us. No one's going to stop the senior. He houses this, and the big play gets the home team within 7-6, but the road team answers late in the second. Larkin Henderson fires a dart to his man in the end zone. The Bulldogs stay undefeated, 21-12. Both Kenton and Bath are in search of their first victories of the year as they get together on Lima's northeast side. Both have been offensively challenged. The Cats in red have scored 16 points in 2 games. The Cats in blue, only 7. Bath down 8 in the third quarter, and they dial up the fake punt. It helps when your new starting quarterback is also your punter. Freshman Zach Welsh crosses midfield, picking up 17 yards in the first down. 2 plays later, it turns out that Welsh decides to keep the ball, but he probably wishes he hadn't. Carter Haydinger meets him in the backfield for the sack. Then when Kenton gets the ball back, they march 91 yards, largely on the back of Tim Wilkinson. Here, the junior hauls in the screen pass from Corbin Johnston and goes to work. He escapes the grasp of a tackler and is off and running. It's a 44-yard pickup down to the 1-yard line, and Johnston takes care of it from there. He cashes in on the keeper. Kenton puts an end to a 12-game losing streak, winning 20-6. Just one other game in the WBL tonight. Van Wert shuts out Defiance 36-0.
Well, it's early in the season, but how about some undefeated action from the Blanchard Valley Conference? Liberty Benton versus Arlington from Castorfield. Arlington QB Jared Griggs with a quick sideline pass. This is to Jake Vermillen, who turns on the speed and moves the chains. It's what you want. Midway through the first, Griggs again, this time with a quick handoff here. We'll see this Caden Russell. Well, he gets eaten up there by the defense. They just predicted that one. But Griggs, there with the O, would get another chance. QB option, and he takes it. Nice move, popped it out by the end there, holds on to the ball and gets that first down, moving ahead second quarter. Liberty Benton's Cameron Garlock with a deep pass to Lincoln Garlock, who catches it inside the 35, but it didn't matter. Here's some more scores here. LB, as you see, loses that one 13-16 to Arlington. Vanloo gets shut out 35-0. And Macomb with the 35-0 shutout win. Corey Rawson loses this one 41-0. And Van Buren with another shutout there, 32-0 over Arcadia.
We need to take our first break here on Football Friday Night. When we come back, see highlights from 5 non-conference games, all involving teams from the NWC. Stick around.
Welcome back. Former NWC rivals Perry and Jefferson squaring off tonight. 5 ball games since the Commodores left the league in 2003. Jefferson, a perfect 5-0. Let's head to Bob Lee Stadium. Commodores trying to use the home field to their advantage on offense. Kamarian Bird, short pass to his back, who breaks free some way, somehow, and moves the chains, but unable to keep the drive going. Jefferson, however, on the next drive, well, they do something here. First half, senior Trent Timon takes it himself down the sidelines and down to the 5-yard line. Couple plays later, Timon, direct snap, and barely gets in, but it doesn't matter. It's 7-0 right at that point. Next possession, Bird trying to get the air raid going. He'd be picked off, however, by Brayton Scalf, who takes it all the way back. He gets inside the 10-yard line, and that would lead to another score. And then Jefferson would go for the knockout. Check this out. A squib kick takes a lot of guts. They get the recovery, and it leads to, yes, another big play. First play of the possession, time into a wide-open Carter Agner with nothing but end zone in front of him. Jefferson wins this one 56-13. Let's head to Goodman Field now. Royals and Mustangs. AE lost last season's matchup, then took off, winning 10 games in a row. Mustangs trying to set the tone early on D. Nice bat down by Joseph Hoel. As we know, defense can lead to offense. And offense, well, it leads to this. A flea flicker from Kyle Wireman to wideout Carson Klum. Down the sideline, no one's catching him. All the way for the score, 21-12 Allen East. Royals get their offense moving. However, Hayden Wickard is going to find his receiver, Cannon Endicott, stretching down the sideline inside the 5. The Royals would score. However, Mustangs, well, they'd stop the 2-point conversion try here. Nice job by Landon Murray. Late second quarter, Hurstbigger's pass is going to get picked off by Endicott, who rises up. Check this out. Looks like a wide receiver out there. Turnover would then lead to another score for Wickard. Royals win this one big, 53-21.
Spencerville went on the road last Friday, earning their first victory of the year at Paulding. Tonight, the Bearcats try for their first home W, hosting a Fort Loramie squad that's also 1-1 in their second season as an independent. The road team's in control of this one. Second half, Loramie's up 35-0. Maxwell Maurer keeps it himself. The sophomore going 10 yards for the first down. Skins would turn it over on downs. Fourth quarter, Spencerville trying to chip away. Josh Henline connects with Grant Duty, and Duty gets the first down, and then Henline sniffs out another receiver. Nate Coulter this time makes the snag, works his way into the end zone, getting the Bearcats on the board. That's the final score of this contest. Fort Loramie in hand, wins 35-7. Columbus Grove is another of the 4 NWC teams that split their first 2 games of the fall. The Bulldogs tonight try to get back in the win column, hosting my alma mater. Patrick Henry carries a 2-0 record into Clymer Stadium. Second half, the home team leads 7-zip. PH is on the march, though. Nash Meyer out to Landon Johnson. The junior knows what to do. He's off to the races. The Bulldogs finally drag him down, but not before he reaches the red zone. The Patriots, though, can't get into the end zone. Trenton Barraza snares the interception. He heads the other way a bit, putting an end to the PH drive. So now it's Grove's turn to air it out. Brenton Renner hit as he throws, but he still gets it downfield to Zach Reynolds, who hauls it in. That drive would eventually stall, but the Dogs still lead 7-0 in the fourth, and they put this game to bed. Renner to Reynolds once again. There he goes. All Grove has to do is run out the clock from there, preserving a 7-0 victory.
To Harmon Field, Bluffton hosting Ayersville. 2 teams have split the last 4 meetings, with Bluffton winning the last 2. Moving ahead in the third, Ayersville at Bluffton's 30 when Blake Houdstein throwing it over the middle, and it's deflected by Ian Ryman to his teammate Preston Gulver. Let's give him the assist on the turnover, and like we say, good defense turns into what? Good offense. Couple minutes later, Bluffton's Garrett Bogart. He's going to get a chance here. Hands off to Landon Worcester for 23 yards down to the 42-yard line, turning on the Jets. Touchdown saving tackle, though, however, perhaps on that one. Ayersville, their turn. Owen Berner takes the ball and refuses to be stopped. Stiff arm, Madden Turbo, whatever you want to call it. The young man was not going to be caught. 44-yard touchdown. As for the rest of the NWC and non-league action, Bluffton falls to Ayersville 28-19 at home. In Putnam County, Pandora Gilboa defends home field against Lipsick, winning 33-21. Over in Hardin County, the 88 Bulldogs winning at home. Ada taking down Hardin Northern 57-40. And in Van Wert County, Crestview edges out their old-time rivals Wayne Trace 14-6.
We are set for our second and final break here on Football Friday night. When we come back, we have one more league game, and it comes from the toughest small school conference in the Midwest. MAC action after this. Fresh off their state record-breaking 12th state championship, all coming in the 22 years since 2000. Marion Local seems primed for another monster season this fall. The defending MAC champs kicked off their schedule with a 2-touchdown win over defending WBL co-champ Wapakoneta and a 42-0 victory over defending BVC champion Macomb. Tonight brings the first Friday of league play for the Flyers. They host a 3rd straight home game to start the season, tangling with a Minster squad that earned their first win of the year a week ago. We get instant action from the very first play of the game. The Flyers getting creative. Kyle Oddie has it, and it's a halfback pass. Nathan Busher's open behind the D, and Oddie hits him. Marion Local sets the tone right out of the chute. Just 2 plays later, Tate Hess, the actual quarterback, fakes the handoff and turns on the Jets. He eludes defenders and gets his team all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Flyers are threatening early. Are you threatening me? Next play, they give us to Darren Meyer, who takes the handoff and dives into the sea of bodies. Home team's up 7-0. Marion Local wins this game big, 34-zip. Around the MAC, defending D5 state champ Versailles wins again, 31-0 over St. John's. Coldwater rolls through Fort Recovery, 42-0. New Bremen gets a road win at Parkway, 34-7, and Anna pleases the home crowd, 26-7 over St. Henry.
Some non-conference action across the area. Waynesfield Goshen beats Lehman Catholic 26-7. Ridgemont loses to Buckeye Central 42-18. Riverside protects home field against Indian Lake 24-0. And Bellefontaine beats Licking Heights 28-13. Ben Logan falls to Kenton Ridge 37-28. And Paulding can't find the end zone against Delta, losing 54-0. Over to the volleyball court now. Collegiate action. UNOH taking on Huntington in the Racer Classic at Elida High School. First set, Racers. Well, they're going to get some scores here. Casey Kingsfield to Abigail Martin, who's going to slam it home. Racers up 11-6. Forsters battling back, give and go from Kendall Gilbert to Taya Bynum. No one's blocking that. And then Haley Cruz with a big-time spike down the line, but the Racers leading 22-18 and flexing on defense. Nice putback from Logan Thomas, showing the emotion. Gotta love it. Set point for UNOH, and Thomas will finish it off, hits the net, gets over. Racers win the set, but they lose the match in 5.
And that's how we wrap up Football Friday night. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to everyone here who helps put the show on the air. We'll see you right back here next Friday.